Good morning. If you had watched my other video that should have been released a day or two ago, you would have known that we are talking about how to start writing your book. And the other day I went through and we sort of semi-filled out this very, very basic outline, and we were discussing about how you could set this up so that you could get ready to write your book. But today we are going to talk about how to start writing your book if you're a pantser, which is without all that stuff. So how do you do it? I mean, in theory, we have on the screen the only thing you actually need, which is a blank Word document. Of course, you don't need to use Word. You can use, you could use Notepad. You could use Google Docs. You could, if you're on a Mac, you can use Pages. Basically, you just need some form of way of getting your words onto a computer. And I'm going to say that because, look, I know it is still possible to write a book by hand with a pen in a notebook, an actual physical notebook. However, it's very hard to put that up on Kindle. So it's just, you know, for my thing, I sort of prefer to have an electronic version of my file. So, you know, as a pantser, I could just, you know, I'm an established author. I've written over 80 books. So it really wouldn't be too much of a hardship for me to just come along and say, hi there, blank page. What are we going to do with you? And start writing. However, I think your writing process goes a lot better if you have a couple of things in place first. Now, the first thing I wanted to mention, and see, I even made myself some notes. I'm getting so official here. But the first thing I wanted to mention is your genre. Like, if you are a newbie author, you have never written a book before, but you really, really want to, and you don't want to go through all the plotting stages, which is fine, because that can be quite tedious, but it is also really helpful for those who haven't got a very good memory about keeping up with what your plot's doing, or if you like to see whether or not an idea of yours is actually going to work, plotting it out is a good idea. But for others of you who just basically want to get to the good stuff, you want to get to the writing, that's when you're a pantser. Okay, so the first thing you really need to work out before you type one letter on this blank page is, what genre are you going to be writing in? Like, we're talking about writing novels, we're talking about writing stories. I mean, obviously, if you're writing non-fiction, then you've likely already got a topic and you're well underway, and this video isn't for you. But if you're writing fiction and you've got some sort of an idea, then you've got to think to yourself, well, it is really important to nail down what genre it is in first. And like, for me, it's easy. I write paranormal romances. I have written paranormal romances for 8 years, so I pretty much understand the rules, and I do air quote that because there are basic rules when associated with shifters, with vampires. There are rules you can make up yourself. There are rules that readers expect within that genre, and you kind of need to know those things. But for yourself, if you were writing, well, writing romance is relatively easy because you just basically need 2 characters, probably a couple of side characters, and some idea of where they are and where they meet, and the story can flow from there. But what if you were writing a detective story? You see, I've not done that before. But I imagine if you were pantsing a detective story, which would be a lot of fun, but you would need at least a sleuth, you know, somebody who's going to solve this crime, and he's not necessarily in law enforcement. In fact, I think the story reads a lot better if he's a hairdresser or a bookshop owner or something else like that. And sorry, he, she, they, can be any, doesn't matter. But then they usually have a sidekick, whoever they are. They have a sidekick who is usually a good complement to their personality, because you've got to give your sleuth somebody to talk to. You're going to need a villain. There's got to be a bad guy, because if you're writing detective stories, that's kind of a given. And you need the mystery itself. So are you going to settle for something fairly benign, like the theft of an Egyptian artifact from a museum, or are you looking at murder? You know, what is it that you want to solve? And then, of course, you've got to have a resolution. And you might not need all of those things before you start writing a mystery story just by the seat of your pants, but I would imagine your sleuth and your sidekick would be a good idea, and possibly the crime would be a good idea to start with. The rest of it can come while you're writing. So what I suggest to people who don't want to go through the formality of an outline, you know, they say, oh, but I'm not sure what I'm going to be writing from this day to the next. I don't know where the story's going to take you. Hey, I totally respect that. I never do either. I can sometimes be 2/3 through my book and still not know how it's going to end. So that's not a problem. But it is nice to have something to keep you in focus. Now, when I wrote, where is it? This one here. When I did this plot, we were just, what you can watch that video, the card for that's up there, or there, wherever it goes. I decided just to use them as an example, we were going to do I was going to do an Alpha and Omega series, and it had two characters, my two main characters, a rough word count, and what happens. Okay, now if I'm pantsing this, and I was actually pantsing this outline, but if I'm pantsing this, the first thing I do is I get pictures for my inspiration. And I strongly recommend to anybody who's writing a book, and it doesn't matter what genre it's in or anything else, I strongly recommend that you get some sort of picture board or something that will help focus you when you're writing. And for me, it is my character pictures. You may have noticed on a lot of my other videos that I took on my phone, I have my character pictures are actually up on this wall here. But for this one, I actually had a quick look through my inspiration folder this morning to find Charlie and Mac. So I found, oops, where are they? We've got, that is Mac there. Now, and the other one is Charlie. Now, the thing is that I have written them in a certain way on my outline, but they don't have to be that way. What I'm looking for in an inspiration picture, and this is just me, this is just what I do, I am looking for something in the face that will talk to me. Now, see, Charlie's eyes, for example, in the outline, in the plot outline, had green eyes. I don't necessarily have to find a picture of a guy with green eyes. I can write him with having green eyes and just change his eyes if I put this picture on a cover. And I don't know if this is copywritten or not, so I don't know if I can. I'd have to find out. For the moment, this is just my inspiration picture. This is for me, using it personally. I would print these out. I would put them on the wall. See, the same that with Mac, he has dark eyes. I remember writing that in the plot. This guy here has clearly got some blue or grey. That's fine. Again, I can change them. They don't have to be exact. But the thing that I got from Mac's picture here, he's laying down, he's relaxed, he's got his tattoos. He seems like there's just something in his face that suggests to me he'd be an easygoing guy. He's prepared to listen. That's how I see that. That's his listening face. Whereas this guy here, he looks like, he's a really nice guy, but there's something about the hoodedness of his eyes. It's like he's perhaps not waiting for the next hit, but he's waiting for the next life to knock him down or something. It's a little bit of sadness, but there's a potential there. He could be really happy. Yeah, that's where I get my inspiration from. So that's mine. But I mean, there's Pinterest boards, there's all sorts of things, you know, that you can use to create for your story. And actually, Pinterest is a really good idea. I don't use it you know, because I write my stories based on my characters. But if you're developing a world, like for example, if you're writing science fiction, then you could create, you know, your own Pinterest boards of the different things that inspire you about your world. You know, whether it be alien pictures, or, you know, futuristic drawings, or just things you want to involve in your story. You know, if you're writing a mystery story, maybe you can find pictures of yeah, let's say you've got the bookshop owner, then maybe you'd have a picture of, you know, that you've gotten off of Google, that's, you know, of a bookshop that you really like, to help you when you come to describe it, or to give you a feel for a place. Pictures are really awesome for a pantser because they do give you something to focus on. And I strongly recommend it. And apart from that, when you're pantsing, so I don't need to worry about any of this because I'm going to make it up as I go along. I don't have to worry about any of this because I'm going to make it up as I go along. All I need apart from that is a cup of tea and a blank page. So that would be it. Let me see. We'll put untitled for now, because I never didn't work out a title. Would be the Alpha and Omega book. I'm not sure. Can't remember off the top of my head how many books there are in my Alpha Omega series. And then I just put by Lisa Oliver. And then I insert a page break. Go down here and start with chapter 1. That's all there is to it. The guy's name is Charlie. I don't know. Charlie. Probably needs a second name, doesn't he? Charlie Manchester. No, why not? No, doesn't sound right. Charlie wasn't sure why he was feeling so agitated. Yeah, sorry about that. Pantsing. How to start writing a book as a pantser. There you go. If you think you'd prefer the plotting idea, please check out my other video on that one. I shall post that somewhere here. And if you did like my content, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really, truly helps my channel. Whatever you do today, please go and write. Write something. That book's not going to get written until you start the first page. So head along and get started. And if you've got any questions at all, drop them in the comments below. Hit like and subscribe, which I've said already. And hugs the ones you love, my friends. We will catch you in the next video. Bye.